Welcome to the Dagnabbit Boys experience.
Congratulations to Nicholas in New York City. He played 5 full games of basketball.
Yeah, Nick. Hell
Nick,
yeah.
give it up for Nick. He played 5 games of basketball, he didn't get tired, and the whole city is just rallying around this guy.
Oh, yeah. It is crazy about New York because I've never been that excited about anywhere. That whole city
are about their city.
Yeah, I've never been a place where I was like, shit. Like, and New York is kind of weird because they have such city pride, but like the point of New York is not to be from there, but they're so into being from there.
Well, the point of New York is to become a New Yorker. So that's
I don't like that idea.
Yeah, but that's what they do over there.
Yeah.
Like in LA, people come here to be themselves. When you go to New York, you go to be they're obsessed with like, I think I've finally become a New Yorker.
Oh boy.
That's why I feel like there's for better or worse, a bit of a hive mind in New York sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes better because I think they have a better sense of community. But, sometimes worse because you have a lot of people who are, you speak to them for 5 minutes and you go, oh, you're actually very boring.
Yeah.
But they have the sort of accoutrements of a cosmopolitan.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right about that.
But I mean,
we're going to go check it out. We're going to go investigate tomorrow. We're both going to New York tomorrow.
We're doing a week-long investigation of
New York City. We're investigating pizza.
We're investigating pizza.
We're investigating blocks.
We're going to see if we can meet Nicholas. We're going to investigate the art of walking to the store.
And we're gonna be in a subway every day, and not the type of subway you guys might like with the sandwiches. No, very different.
No, much larger.
Yes,
and more expansive. Because when you go into Subway, you leave hungry, but when you go into Subway in New York, you leave in a whole other area.
Yeah,
which is
imagine if you went into the Subway, ordered a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you were like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
How fucking scary would that be? And that's the thing. I didn't realize that's what the Subway was. I thought it was sort of a tube garden.
I thought we were on a ride. I didn't know we were trying to go someplace. I thought it was like, oh, this is a cool place. I keep getting on the Subway for a place to sit.
Yeah.
And then I end up in another place.
Well, because I thought they did so much building in New York, they said we need to make tubes for seating.
Yeah.
So when you've walked, because they do so much walking, so it's like, well, now that you've done so much walking, come down underground and sit down. We have a tube for it. And I was a little confused as to why I couldn't sit until the tube arrived.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I ended up in deep Harlem and realized I was no longer in Soho, I started to get privy to what that whole subway thing is.
Well, the longer you ride the subway, and I don't know why this is.
Yeah.
The darker people's skin gets. So that's an interesting part.
Yeah, I think it's something about, like, if you stay on the subway for so long, you go so fast.
Yeah.
That you get, like, burnt or something. I don't know.
And there's neighborhoods in New York where you're walking around and I'm like, these guys must have been on the subway for forever because they all have very dark skin.
They must have been on the subway for 400 years. Never been able to get off until recently. And even still, how far are they off the subway?
If slavery was still around, I feel like that the Elon Musk actually would be making light rails to bring slaves. Like, he actually would have fulfilled all those promises about there's a line from New York to San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if slavery was still around, Elon would be. I mean, it definitely, there's a reason he's a trillionaire. It's because slavery is still around.
Yes.
He just doesn't get the people for the whole day, but he gets them for like 9 hours of the day.
We got to congratulate Elon, though, about becoming the world's first trillionaire, something that shouldn't exist. But you know what else shouldn't exist? People going to the moon, and we did it. We completely wasted all that money with that. So congrats, Elon. You're as worthless as somebody going to the moon.
You're as worthless as
Neil Armstrong.
Honky-ass Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Just another whitey on the moon. Yeah, it
It
is.
is crazy. Going to the moon fucking... I don't... You're going to go to the moon and walk? Go walk here. Go walk in America.
The problem is going to the moon is sick. You just have to fix all the other stuff on Earth before you go there.
And we didn't. We did not.
And I mean, okay, listen.
They go into the moon to put ghettos on the moon.
It's like you can't have a perfect world. I understand that. You got to go to the moon eventually. But yeah, going to the moon while most people in America still weren't able to vote was kind of a weird move. I think we can kind of admit that.
Yeah.
I mean, Gil Scott-Heron admitted it like 60 years ago, so I guess we don't. I don't know if we have to. I don't know if people are waiting for us to, but...
For us to go to the moon?
To admit that going to the moon was maybe not the most...
They're waiting for us. We needed to have a statement. I mean, it's been so long since the moon landing, and we haven't said anything.
We've been awfully silent on the moon.
I was born in 97. That's 30 years, and I didn't start talking shit on the moon until... One of my first jokes is about the moon. Actually, about how it's stupid to go to the moon. But...
Based.
Yeah, it was based. It was a base joke.
It's not even worth going to the moon anymore because like half of Americans don't believe in the moon.
Yeah.
We went to the moon recently. We didn't touch down, but we flew around it.
Who cares? Like, who cares? We flew around the moon?
Yeah, we got some pictures of it. You don't really need to land on it anymore. I think they realized. They were like, you can just kind of fly around it and get like high-res photos. But we went, and then everybody was like, no, you didn't. The moon doesn't. And because it used to be like, oh, you know, you're just trying to beat the Russians, so you had Stanley Kubrick film it in a studio in Burbank.
Yeah.
But now, people are like, there's not even a moon to go to.
You know what I think is weird about the Stanley Kubrick theory is, why would you get an artsy-fartsy director to do that? Why would you get why wouldn't you get the then equivalent of Michael Bay?
Yeah.
Like, why would you get like, oh, this guy makes really cerebral movies. Let's have him shoot the moon. Like,
well, I don't know. I mean, 2001: A Space Odyssey has like pretty good special effects for the time, so he kind of.
I guess maybe that
was. I think.
I guess yeah. I guess maybe
because honestly,
maybe because they saw that. When did we land on the moon?
I
think 68.
I'm pretty sure that movie came after.
I'm like pretty confident in that.
And if it came after, that makes the whole theory so much funnier.
Yeah.
Because then they're just like, well, he made a space movie. And it's like, yeah, but probably because we went to space. And
maybe George Lucas shot it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if they were, to be fair, if they were going to get anybody to go, it would probably be Stan or George.
Yeah.
Because they were the space boys.
Mm-hmm.
There
were some other space boys. Wait, do you think it is pretty crazy? I don't know. I guess the theory that Dr. Strangelove, I mean, I remember the fighter jets in that movie were supposed to be so realistic that he got like a visit from the FBI or something, and he was just like guessing.
Oh, he didn't have any work with the defense.
No, I don't believe so. I think he might have had some guys he talked to or something, but it was like crazy how realistic it was.
Well, a lot of times with movies that involve any kind of like military stuff, they're usually given funding and like planes by the Department of Defense because they want to use it as propaganda.
I don't believe that happened. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Maybe, I mean, it definitely might have not happened with Dr. Strangelove, but it happened.
Because they was goofing on motherfuckers. It was a whole roast. The president must have felt so embarrassed when that movie came out. He's like, I got roasted.
Mm-hmm. That's what American activism is like a movie comes out where like if you watch it, you might be like, damn. But if you're the president, you can also just not watch it.
You probably feel like you gotta watch it. Like when you look at hate comments on the internet, you gotta watch the hate movie.
I think presidents are really the best at not reading comments. It's gotta suck.
There's a lot of comments. Well, you can get arrested for sending a comment too based. If you're too based, the FBI comes, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you send the president a comment made of like a pipe filled with gunpowder and nails,
yeah,
and a fuse, that comment kind of crosses the line into trolling.
Yes. Well, yeah, there's just a lot of trolling Yeah, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk was trolling.
They've tried to troll Trump like 3 fucking times now.
Yeah.
They like won't stop trolling him.
Yeah.
He's getting trolled like a motherfucker.
John Lennon got trolled.
Oh, totally.
He got trolled right in front of Yoko Ono.
Yoko's still on the peace train. She took out ads on Sunset that are just like big billboards that just say like peace now. Peace is cool. And it's like, Yoko, you gotta get specific.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's not 1975 anymore. You can't just keep saying, like, I get it. It's a very annoying argument because it's like nobody's going to be like, fuck peace. But it's also like, what the fuck are you talking about, though? Like, what are your viewpoints on things? It's very dismissive if you approach like the Israel-Palestine conflict and you're like, peace now.
Peace and love.
And you're like, okay.
Imagine being a hippie in Palestine.
Yeah, just them just being like, peace and love, y'all. And they're like, but do you believe in the Palestinians' right to return? And they're just like, I truly peace and love.
Can we return to peace and love?
What if we had a right to return to community? And then the Palestinians would be like, no, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but like, can I return to my community?
Can I? Yeah. Also, could you put my house back?
Yeah. Could my house have peace? And by that, I just mean,
be in pieces?
Yeah. Can I walk inside of it instead of on it?
Oh, wait. You said peace, like how my house and my daughter are in pieces.
Right. That's really, when we say peace over here, we're talking about how nothing we have is whole.
Yes.
But you're talking about some shit that you write on the wall, I guess. They really thought
they're like, oh, it's nice talking to you. I'm going to go walk over there and get a gun pointed in my face.
Yeah. Yoko and John really thought they were doing shit.
Yeah.
Every few months, I get angry about the bed-in. The bed protest, do you remember this?
No.
They refused to leave their bed in the New York hotel or some really fancy New York hotel. They just didn't leave their bed for like a week as a protest. And then
so they got room service?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. They just had people serve them, and they sat in bed in pajamas, and then reporters would come in and be like, what's this all about? And they're like, fucking war.
We're protesting snow. It's a snow week. Yeah, so we're gonna protest the weather.
They were playing hooky, is what they were doing.
Yeah.
They weren't going.
I'm pretending to be sick so my mom doesn't make me go to school.
And it's like, if you're an artist, you should understand that, like, you know, art is obviously a part of revolution, and you can use it to give people new ideas. But if you do the bed in, then you're not even doing the art part anymore.
Yeah.
You're just in bed.
They were trying to find out a way to protest and be lazy.
Yeah, truly. They thought nap time was going to, like, scare Nixon.
Nixon's like, they better get out of bed. They're too comfortable.
I mean, truly, like...
He's like, let me see that picture. Oh, shit, they got 3 pillows? Fuck.
No, I mean, it's like really... It is probably the dumbest thing that anybody's ever done, to be completely honest, because it's so funny because it's like being in the streets can serve as a threat to people in power, but to literally just be like, we are off the streets and in bed. And then fucking, yeah, reporters would come in and be like, what's going on? And then John would just be like, I'm not going to leave until...
I'm not going to leave until Vietnam is over. And then Nixon's like, all right, we got to take the troops out. They're drinking cocoa now.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh, shit. Yoko's got a teddy bear she's cuddling with.
Oh, fuck. They're having a movie marathon.
They're watching all the Fast and Furious movies.
Holy shit. They're watching all the Godfathers in one day. Do you know how long those movies are? That's like 10 hours of movie time. That's way too much movie time. He needs to get back in the studio to make another album.
Oh, my God. They're watching a marathon of Gunsmoke.
Oh, my...
The greatest show that's ever been made at this point.
They're eating cereal at 4 p.m. They're having breakfast for dinner. We need to... Meanwhile, the Viet Cong is just dying in droves to end the Vietnam War.
They're like spraying babies with pesticide in Vietnam. They're like spraying a baby in pesticide. They're like, this is because Yoko won't get out of bed. Yoko needs to stop sleeping and start making good noise music.
Jesus Christ, she's cozy. I wish she was doing that thing where she screams.
I wish she was being really influential and not getting her due yet.
Is that true?
Yeah. She didn't get her due for a minute. I feel like. I listened to that. She put out a couple albums that are very good. I haven't listened in a while, though.
It seems like the early noise people were, of course, like I was listening to Crass's second and third albums.
Yeah.
Like Christ Alive and the other one and like
Is that why you cuss so much?
Yes.
Okay.
Because one of my favorite bands is Crass.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of political beliefs. I really just like to embody the cussing aspect.
And your favorite album is Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera.
Yes.
Even though you're scared of metal, but you like that it's vulgar.
I've never listened to the album. I just agree with the concept. But it's like Crass's like second and third album. A lot of it is mostly just sort of like noise music.
Yeah,
there is some bass lines and some drum lines, but for the most part, the guitar is doing whatever it wants.
Yeah.
And then they're just... But I think like the early noise stuff, a lot of it was bands that were part of a genre and then would do like a noise song or some noise stuff.
Well, yeah, they'd be like, hey, we're going to do an annoying one real quick.
Yeah, so people didn't respect it or even think of it, I think, as its own genre. They were just like, oh, this one was really noisy and
this one
weird.
Sucked.
Yeah. You have to make the whole band noise music from the start for people to really, I feel like...
But people don't listen to that.
Well, no, I'm not saying... It's not really about whether or not they listen to it. It's just like, I think people have an idea of a band, and like if you start off as a punk band and then you do noise stuff, people don't really think of it as noise stuff. They just think of it as like, oh, well, now they're too punk.
No, they're weird.
They've gone too punk.
Well, yeah, we're going to be, in the entire time we're in New York, we're going to be in bed striking, and we're going to be striking against Nick. Because Nick needs to kiss us because he's so good at basketball.
I can't believe Nick played 5 games of basketball.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because I don't think Nick is that good.
No, he was just...
I'm more into Sam Antonio.
Yeah. Sam Antonio is really tall. And he almost made Nick play one more basketball game. But Nick was like, I'm only want to play 5.
Yeah. And I guess it made people in New York excited. I bet Nick is getting his dick sucked and shit.
I think just like everybody in New York is so busy in the hustle and bustle of things that they don't have time to play basketball.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're kind but not nice over there.
There's too busy being kind but not nice. But Nick was like, I'm going to play basketball. And I guess he just like went to like the local basketball court in Madison Square Garden. And people were like, oh, well, he'll probably just play half a game.
Yeah.
And he just kept playing. And now the whole city's proud of him.
Yeah. I want to go to Madison Square Garden. I bet they have nice flowers and stuff over there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I want to go over there, hang out on the park bench or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love to read and just lay down in the hills of Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
To walk through the beautiful rose bushes of Madison Square Garden.
I think it's called Madagascar Square Garden.
It's Madison Square Madagascar Garden.
Oh, that's the middle name of the garden.
A debutante named Madison took a trip to Madagascar, and when she came back to New York City, she said, what if we had a little bit of that? And then
she started the New York Zoo because she was so inspired by the talking lemurs there. And that's how they came up with that song about liking to move it. Because no one in New York liked to move it before she went there.
But now...
everybody there likes to move it.
They have the whole subway system just to move it.
Yeah.
Just so they can...
And people on the street will tell you, move it.
They put a black guy in the Bronx Zoo. I swear to God, I'm not lying about this. Was there a black guy in the Bronx Zoo? I swear
God,
to
if you're wrong, this just sucks.
Yes, in September 1906, the Bronx Zoo exhibited a Congolese man named Otabanga in its monkey house.
That's so awful.
Banga was caged, sometimes alongside
His name was
orang-
Banga?
His last name.
Oh, okay. That was the first banger and
Yeah. Banga make a dance. Banga. They were making Banga dance.
yeah.
Banga was caged, sometimes alongside an orangutan, and encouraged to shoot a bow and arrow or carry the ape. The spectacle attracted tens of thousands of visitors and breathless headlines.
Good God.
Yeah, it's they had to petition the mayor for his release. He was released to an orphanage. This is a grown-ass man. He was released to an orphanage in Brooklyn and later moved, to Lynchburg, Virginia. That's a good place to bring a black guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to believe it.
What?
Tragically, deeply affected by depression and homesickness, he died by suicide in 1916. So
how old was this guy?
Okay, so he was born 1883, so he was 17 plus. He was like 23 when he was put into the cage, and then he ended up killing himself in 1916.
He killed himself. So if there's here's an announcement we're going to have to make. If you're a human being that's locked up in a zoo for other people's amusement, just know it gets better. You don't have to take your own life. It gets better.
Just keep fighting the good fight.
It gets better once you get older. Your 30s. That's when your 30s is actually when it starts getting good.
They don't really explain like how exactly he was just brought to America. Because I'm not acting like just because slavery was illegal doesn't mean they weren't still like kidnapping people, but like they just sort of say like, oh yeah, he was brought to America.
Yeah.
I mean, did they just like be like, hey, do you want to go to America? And then he was like, but it's like you put him in a cage.
And they couldn't tell if he probably said no, and they were like, does that mean yes? Because we don't speak this language.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he said. He's screaming and looks scared, but sometimes I act that way when I'm excited to go to new places. So what am I supposed to?
He's so excited to go, he's nervous.
Yeah, it was a Presbyterian missionary that just brought him to the United States.
He's crying tears of joy.
Oh my God, he loves this cage. He is so excited to be in this cage.
He loves this cage so much that he keeps hitting it with his hands just so he could touch it.
His front teeth were sharpened to fine points.
Oh God. That sounds painful.
Oh, he had a wife and 2 children. But they were killed in a raid on their camp by the territorial police force sometime around 1903 or 1904. So this guy's entire family was murdered, and then he was captured and sold into slavery.
And then he killed himself.
He discovered Banga for sale at a slave market.
And if your wife and kids are slaughtered by police, just know it gets better. It gets better. You don't have to give up.
So if you're a Congolese man that is under the grip of King Leopold II and your wife and 2 children are murdered, just know that it actually can get so much worse. He was sold into slavery.
But keep fighting.
But then
because your 30s is when it starts getting good.
It's so funny how like the idea of freedom doesn't even matter because the missionary bought his freedom. But obviously not, because they put him in a zoo. Some laugh, this is an article from the Times, some laugh over his antics, but many are not pleased. Keeper frees him at times. At times. America's so funny how we just like, just have never actually given a fuck about stuff we say we give a fuck. This is like 50 years after the Civil War, and then they put a black guy in a cage in New York City, and people are like, well, yeah, let's go look at him.
Yeah.
He can't leave. Anyway,
this is awesome.
Anyway, slavery's over, right?
Yeah, New Yorkers, you're going to have to speak first. You're going to have to explain that to me when we go. When me and Cooper go tomorrow, by the time you watch this, we'll be in New York. We'll be asking people questions about this.
Yeah, he required police protection.
I'm just going to start barging into apartments demanding to see any Congolese men they might have locked up.
I don't think I will ever in my life be as angry as the Colored Baptist Ministers Conference of New York City was when they saw that there was a black guy in the zoo. Can you fucking imagine? You're like, okay, we ended slavery. Shit is still bad for us, but like we're moving along. And then like your mayor's like, happy summer. We got a black guy in the zoo. And you're like, God damn it.
That was the one place we didn't want to be.
That was truly, do not put us in the zoo. I mean, it's like
people now don't even like putting animals there.
No.
Is the zoo even not evil? Like, is the zoo evil?
Yeah, the zoo's evil.
That's so crazy.
The zoo's evil. You know what sucks though? Is that like a lot of zoos will do good work to like repopulate species or whatever.
Yeah.
But they only get the funding to do that by like putting a lot of them in cages. But they will do a lot of outside work of like helping, wild animals like recuperate.
If they're so good at that, they should get me a girlfriend. If the zoo is so good at like hooking up animals, why don't you get humans girlfriends?
Okay, I actually like that idea because, yeah, there's a male loneliness epidemic.
Yeah.
And they're spending all their time trying to get fucking koalas to fuck.
Yeah, why don't you get men to fuck?
Yeah, literally. It's like, you're trying to get koalas who don't even speak. It's like, just, set up a dinner reservation at Musso and Frank's for me and a nice girl.
She doesn't have to be beautiful. She just has to be nice, have a nice soul.
Yeah, if she just has a good heart. I mean, but not like a girl that the first thing you say is a good heart.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want her to have a good heart, but when people talk about her, I don't want her to be like, oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's really funny.
She's so funny. She's really self-deprecating.
Yeah. And I'm pretty deprecating towards her as well, so we have a laugh.
Well, we have a good relationship because my girlfriend is self-deprecating, and I agree. and I think,
and she does need to lose some weight.
And God, would it not fucking hurt her,
Well, she says like, "Oh, I'm fat," and then I say, "Oh, you're fat," and that's kind of our relationship.
I say, honey, it's funny because it's true.
And she was the first person to mention it. By golly, you wouldn't even believe it.
And that's because she's smart.
Yeah.
I say, honey, do you remember the last time we went out to eat with friends and you happened to eat half of the appetizer? Now, that's a funny story we like to tell in the house.
It's a funny story. It's not true. I'd never go out with her. No, I don't want to be seen with her.
Why would I do that? I'm not a loser. I'm not some kind of dickhead,
Yeah, I'm not going to take this woman out and force other people to see her. I go out with prostitutes that I hire, I pay money to, and I say, this is my wife. And I have a different wife every week. And then I cheat on my real wife with the prostitute.
I hate...
Because I'm a good man.
I hate when I hire a prostitute, but then get sick of her and cheat on her with another prostitute. You pick up a lady off the blade at 8, but then by 10, you're sick of the monotony of your relationship.
Like, well, you pick up a lady off of Blade for like 2 hours, but it's like 2 hours, so she's 2 hours older, so then she's too old.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to go pick up a girl that's 2 hours younger than this girl.
Looking at a prostitute and saying you've aged. She's like, what the fuck? Getting punched in the face.
Yeah, you've been with me for an hour, so you've aged an hour, and that's my limit.
I love the term on the blade. I tried to use it in a joke, but I don't necessarily know how many audiences are immediately aware of that term.
Yeah.
It's one of those terms where you're like, if everybody was extremely familiar with this term, it's so good to use in a joke.
Yeah.
But
you can use it in a novel. You should write a novel just so you can use all these cool terms.
I mean, it's really just that. I don't want to write a novel.
All right, then I'll write a novel for you. What do you want it to be about?
I want it to be about a white guy being kidnapped. being kidnapped
never mind.
from Lynchburg, Virginia, and then taken to the Congo.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
And he's put in an office with glass surrounding it, and then Congolese people walk around and laugh and jeer at him while he fills out paperwork and says, I love a good day of paperwork.
Wow. Well,
what if that happened?
Yeah, it wouldn't be so fucking funny now, would it? That happened to you.
Yeah, to all the people that support the imprisonment of the Congolese man in the zoo in 1906, which is most people in America. Let's not lie about it. Most people you talk to.
Basically everyone you talk to.
I kind of feel like that should be spoken about every single day. I mean, I know it's not the worst thing that's ever happened in America, but it's just such a comically evil thing.
Yeah.
You can't not think about it. And the city that did that is the same city.
Well, here's the thing. Wait, the same city what?
That is now so happy.
Yeah.
Why do they get to be happy?
Here's the thing, is another thing that America's done that's evil about, in regardings to NASA, is they've been shipping boys to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably a big, because of the male loneliness epidemic right now, it's pretty bad to ship boys to Jupiter.
Well, they're already lonely, and now you want them to be stupider.
Yeah, but girls get to go to college, to gain more knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge of how to put black guys into zoos, I guess.
Women. Why'd you do that?
Why did you do that, women?
Blaming women as a whole for something really bad.
Something really specific and bad that happened at a time when the patriarchy was, like, even more powerful. Yeah, thanks a lot, women. What the hell?
Yeah.
All these goddamn...
John Lennon was killed? Psst, thanks a lot, women.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah, thank you. No, we really needed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish girls were not so into makeup and also starting the Vietnam War.
Girls, what'd you do to Cambodia?
Girls love accusing Iraq of having weapons of mass destruction to justify an invasion.
Yeah.
Girls did that. Girls. Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah. And girls are always pointing their guns at you.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, give me your money.
Mm-hmm.
Getting robbed by a bunch of girls.
Mm-hmm. Girls are
and
also...
guys are chill. Guys are not doing anything bad. I've never heard of a single man ever doing anything bad.
No. Guys are just small beings.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah. Guys just want to eat hot chip and dance with their friends. But then whenever I go out to the club with my group of guys, girls always come up and try and, flirt with us. And it makes us
you have to have the friend who comes in and stops
and
that.
It's like,
and is like, he's ready to leave.
He don't want you, Jill stinky girl, Jill stinky pussy. Because it's so annoying because I go out in my black t-shirt and jeans, and then these girls come up to me and they're like, hey baby, why you wearing that if you don't want to be talked to? And I'm like, I'm literally just out with my guys tonight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a good night with my guys and all these girls.
And you try going to gay bars because you think maybe nobody will hit on you there. And then there's a girl there.
And then there's girls there.
Yeah. It's like, I can't even not get hit on at the gay bar.
Yeah. Well, then there's all these guys that are kind of like pick-me guys who do this thing where they flirt with guys because they want to be like girls.
Yeah.
Because they want the matriarchy to respect them. So they have sex with guys.
And it doesn't work. All the girls do is keep those guys around them as friends.
Yeah.
That they use as status symbols.
I feel so bad for all the gay guys that are in friend zone. that are in the friend zone with these women. It sucks.
Going up to a gay guy with a bunch of women and be like, in the friend zone, right?
Whenever I see a gay guy that has he's only close with women, I'm like, dude, they're friend zoning you.
They're just using you for attention.
They don't want to fuck you, dude. Get it through your head.
You think just because you're a nice guy, they're eventually going to turn around.
Yeah, they think if they suck enough penis that finally a girl will say, oh, you're like us, let's have sex. But that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You need to learn that before you get into trouble, you know?
Before you start being gay, just know that a lot of women are going to friend zone you. So don't be gay.
Yeah, once you're gay and openly gay, pretty much every woman you meet for the rest of your life is going to friend zone you.
Yeah.
You're never going to get married to a woman if you're gay.
Good luck getting pussy if you're a gay guy.
Seriously. It's like, what are they thinking?
Yeah. I did a pride show last night. They were very disturbed by my stories about growing up. They really didn't like that.
It's just not what they want at that show.
That's not what they wanted.
No, it's not
well,
what they want at all.
they were making looks like they had their eyes all wide. Their eyes were all wide.
Yeah.
My eyes aren't wide. And this happened to me.
They were
Why do people make their eyes wide at stuff that happened to me that I'm talking about when my eyes are not wide at all?
Well, because for them, it's like it's happening to them for the first time.
Well, stop it.
So you know how...
Because I didn't want it to happen.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You know how...
You guys are making it happen to you, and it's not even happening to you?
Yeah, but like, you know how like when you were a kid and that stuff happened and you were like, oh, this is bad and doesn't really feel good?
But it was happening.
But it was, yeah, no,
But this wasn't happening.
No, I know that.
To them, it wasn't.
But even it's really even just the awareness that it could happen. Like, you know how there have been a lot of points in your life where you're like, damn, this is so bad and I didn't know this could happen?
Yeah.
For them, that's happening for the first time. And
that's
they're like
pretty crazy.
35, you know?
That's pretty crazy that people don't know how people live. And
they do theoretically, but then they see like, the actual person that lived through it.
Yeah, and they're looking at you. I'm like looking at their face.
I think when people
and
think
telling them about it and smiling.
Yeah. When people think about like the working class, I think they kind of would rather have like a farmer.
Yeah.
Who's kind of like, they came and took my land and I just want to get together with the people and stuff. I think a lot of, like college educated, well-meaning people kind of want working class people to like just recite books they've read, but then a lot of working class people are, just sort of regular people.
They live in a trap house with their daughter and their daughter's friend who they have sex with because that's my grandfather.
Like, if you go to a working class community, it's going to be really hard to have a conversation about, like, the proletariat masses.
Yeah.
Because when you talk to the proletariat masses, they'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have to go to work.
Also, if you want to get cigarettes, that story over there is good.
Yeah, that's what the proletariat talks about is like...
have I told you this about my dad used to get beer from this place, this Indian... Like they owned this place, this gas station, and he used to be like, I'm going over to the Patels, and I found out from my mom that they are not named Patel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
I thought they were named Patel. They are not. But that's some high class racism.
That's like always the kind of the light racism.
Yeah,
you've learned a little bit.
You know that what they're named.
You know some common last names in the culture. It's about as close as you're going to get to acceptance and solidarity in some cases.
Well, so I think what I should do is start dressing like Oliver Twist. And then I'll tell the story about my grandfather's trap house with a British accent.
I mean, have you tried it?
No.
Well, then you don't know if it doesn't work.
I don't know. Have you shit on the stage before?
No.
Have you never experimented with that? How do you know it doesn't work?
I know it does work to some. If you're at Skankfest,
wasn't there? Somebody told me that there was a huge problem in the LA improv scene where people were shitting because one guy did it at a show that's supposed to be crazy, and then other people tried doing it, and people were like, "Oh, another guy's shitting."
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like every experimental form of comedy in LA is usually just like a form of live pornography. A lot of people are like, well, I don't really want to write jokes, but maybe I could get naked on stage.
And that's really funny.
And that's funny.
I like when people wear revealing outfits and they're attractive because, like, that's what I like to laugh at.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that I think is funny.
Yeah.
I like cleavage.
Mhm.
That to me is hilarious because, like, it's funny how hard I get.
Yeah, I mean, I love when like a hot lady covers her tits in milk and then is, kind of like calling herself a cow, and then there's like a 45-year-old guy who like really wants to fuck that lady, but he's like, I love experimental stuff like this.
Yeah.
I love how fucking smart this shit is. Somebody said something really smart on Threads, and I only say it's really smart because I literally just happen to have the same thought on the same day.
Yeah.
But somebody said, everybody's so weird now because nobody reads and everybody's writing a book.
Yeah.
And it is crazy. It's like the amount of fucking people we know that are just like spending so much time like writing articles and shit, and like obviously do not read because the articles are just like only about hanging out with their friends. That guy.
There's a guy outside.
Sorry, you couldn't see, but yeah.
There's a guy out there.
My roommate ordered an Amazon package, and then the Amazon guy stood by the open window for a second as we pontificated about the new white elite.
Yes.
We should have brought him in here.
He could talk about delivering Amazon packages. I could be like, hey, so you make sure does people steal it a lot, right? You get robbed a lot?
He's like, yeah.
See?
So that's, yeah.
Why is it bad when I steal packages from people's front door? Why is that bad? But it's bad to do that. But it's good to go to college.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah. You're stealing knowledge from a professor. But, and your parents are paying for it.
Well, here's what annoys me is, people are like, oh, I don't believe, private property is theft. Private property is theft. But then when I go on your porch and steal your package, all of a sudden I'm not a comrade. How does that work?
Yeah. Well, yeah, people are always like, we should all have the same amount of money. And if I put a gun in a guy, because I got no money, if I put a gun to a guy and I say, your money or your life, right? I take his money.
Well,
then I go to jail.
Well, because I'm a comrade, I say half your money.
Yeah.
Because if he gives me half my money, then we have the same amount of money, and communism and solidarity has been achieved.
That's a good point.
Only between us two.
Yeah.
But you have to start small.
If that guy, all right, so I'm a communist.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman,
yeah,
and you have sex with another guy at a party,
right?
If I go into the room where you're having, and then watch you have sex,
yeah,
and then I give myself a turn, that's communism.
Yeah,
even if you don't want it.
I think it was Karl Marx who said, "It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none."
Yeah,
that's essentially communism.
Yeah.
It exists in many forms, whether it is, the more, whether it's dialectic materialism or, dialectic.
And that pussy is a material.
But it exists in a dialectic.
Yeah.
It's ever changing. Because some days it stank. But some days.
Karl Marx said you gotta clean your pussy. And if you don't, you're a class traitor or something.
Well, he believed that
you're a counter-revolutionary if you don't do that. Because if we're going to achieve communism, then you're going to have to let some people eat the pussy and fuck the pussy. Right? Right? Simply right.
Right? Right? Listen, I didn't read the Communist Manifesto. I
assumed.
I just assumed that's what he was talking about.
I looked at the guy. All I know about Karl Marx, I looked at a picture of him and I said, "This homeboy would love it if everybody got some pussy." And I think he would like if I said that because I'm saying he's a nice guy.
Karl Marx said, "Quote: Can I have a little piece of pussy?"
Yeah.
But you gotta stay clean in that pussy because it exists, in a constant conflict between stank and nice, and it's about some bullshit.
Man,
Motherfuckers.
that's real. That's the type of shit I think about when I'm taking a fucking dump. Yeah, that's the fucking
Man,
shit.
this dump is dialectic as hell.
That shit coming out of... Oh, man. And it's a lot of it. It's liquid.
That is dialectic because
Oh, shit, I'm farting and thinking about Karl Marx.
Oh, shit.
I'm farting on the toilet. You know, guys, when you go on the toilet and you think you got a shit, but you fart? Right?
That is a dialectic.
No, it's not. That one's not. No.
What is it?
It's got nothing to do with Karl Marx. I was trying to change the subject. Talk about farting.
I think you can't get away from it, though.
I can.
It all exists in the dialectic. People love to throw out dialectical materialism to boost a post on Instagram, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, people like to say a bunch of stuff on there. If you just say a bunch of words most people don't know, then leftists will show up and be like, this is good.
People will be like, holy shit, he's speaking on it.
Yeah.
He really speaking on it.
Yeah, I don't like posts like that. I like posts that are like a guy who's like, when you fucking piss and put your dick back in your zipper and it's stuck and your dick is out and a woman comes over and sucks it, that's like the yin and yang, because your dick is stuck in the zipper, but like women can still see it and suck it.
Yeah, you can't get too wordy. I've been getting political on the gram, but I try and keep it to dumb guy words.
Yeah, you are dumb as fuck on there.
You gotta remember
you do
you're
speak
dumb.
my language.
You can't start using big words and scaring everybody away from...
There's a reason they call them 4-letter words. It's because they're supposed to be 4 letters if you're cussing.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to start cussing more because you're going to the working man likes to cuss.
Yeah.
So if you cuss on the videos, then truck drivers and stuff will start watching your videos. But
Pretty
you have
much.
to cuss a lot.
You have to cuss a lot.
Yeah, so much cussing.
Because some people are trying to like educate the working class, but they're using all these words that are...
they aren't using fuck or shit.
They're not using fuck or shit. You can't go in and be like, you got to seize the means of production. You have to go in and be like...
you got to fuck shit up.
You got to be like, what if a motherfucker had all the goddamn beer and your bastard ass didn't have any beer and all you wanted was a fucking sip of beer and he was like, no, motherfucker, it's my beer. You'd be like,
Elon
damn,
Musk,
motherfucker, give me a beer. You got a 6-pack after all.
Elon Musk has 50% of the world's fucking beer.
Yeah, and because of that,
and it's one guy with 50% of the beer.
He's a bastard. So if you notice, we pretty much just broke it all down and we didn't have to use any of those words.
Yeah.
So why the hell are you using all those words? Coercive hierarchy? Yeah, you mean a motherfucker telling your ass what to do? Fuck that. Same thing. Boom.
This is why country music is good. Because that's what country music is.
Oh, truly, yeah.
It's like, fuck my boss.
Yeah, country music pretty much just says like everything you could find in the Communist Manifesto, but in like a more like take this job and shove it.
Yeah.
That's all you truly take this job and shove it.
Marx would love country music.
If you took that job and you shoved it, you would be denying engagement in a capitalist system.
Yeah.
So why do we have to use all those big words when David Allan Coe was, for all intents and purposes, a political philosopher?
You know, Adam Smith, that guy who wrote On the Wealth of Nations?
Yeah.
He'd be the type of guy who'd be like, I like all music except for rap and country.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all these motherfuckers now that are like, I'm a fucking comrade, were people years ago that were like, I would never listen to country music.
That's very true. They weren't Pitchfork listening to Arcade Fire like it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
They were listening to shit that sucks like it's good. They're like, oh shit, this music's boring and pointless and soft. Sign me up.
Yeah, oh my God, is it made for anybody to relate to no matter what?
I hate that.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I want it to be for specific types of people that live in New York. That's what I want it to be.
Johnny Paycheck is a revolutionary artist. It actually is crazy. Because, yeah, if you went purely along ideological lines, it's like most country artists would be, you would have to consider them like revolutionary.
I guess, did country get conservative during George Bush? Did he cause that?
No, it got conservative earlier, I think, during like Nixon.
Well, there were some guys that were conservatives, but the outlaws, they were not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like,
Chris Christopherson was a leftist. But
yeah.
I guess, yeah, there was conservatism in the 50s, but then there was that, like, imperialist country. I mean, I still love listening to Toby Keith, but he was saying some downright evil shit.
I mean, a lot of country artists, although they're like friends of the working class, are still proponents of like nationalism and have like authoritative viewpoints.
They do love that.
Like Fight Inside of Me is just absolutely like promoting like, nationalism and adherence to authority without question. Which is, it's weird because, it's a lot of times kind of filtered through like an independent lens.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you don't like the troops in America, well, then you're fucking with me. So it's making a nationalist cause a personal cause, but really it's still a nationalist cause. And I'm not going to sit around and say that Merle Haggard is a fucking fascist. I don't care to do that.
Hey, I want to say this. Women, if you don't support the troops, you're going to have to deal with me. Kissing style. You're going to have to kiss me if you want to hate on the troops.
So before they can oppose war,
they're going to have to...
They have to kiss you.
Kiss me, yeah.
They have to just give you a kiss.
On the lips. On the cheek.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to pull that on the cheek shit.
Right. And
yeah, it's like
help?
when a woman tries to kiss you on the cheek, it's like when you go to the gas station, instead of a nickel, they give you 5 pennies. It's exactly like that. It's like, the fuck am I supposed to do with this? A nickel I can put in a little jar. When a woman kisses me on the cheek, I'm like, bitch, give me a silver coin. Don't give me this bronze bullshit.
When a woman kisses you on the cheek, you're just always like, man, we are 2 inches...
I got blue lips when you kiss me on the cheek.
We're 2 inches away from my lips. So for some reason, my cheek is fine, but my lips and tongue is a big issue.
Oh, that's disgusting to you.
Okay.
But my cheeks, which get food on them sometimes,
my cheeks are disgusting. They're covered in poop and shit. My
mouth
is
I
fine.
brush my teeth. I ain't brushing my
damn cheeks.
Yeah. The fuck would I do that for?
Who knows what's on these things? You shouldn't fucking kiss that shit. What are you, an idiot? No, you're right.
But when you kiss me on the mouth, we better touch tongues.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't give me that penny ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all supposed to achieve solidarity, why can't I tongue kiss most people I'd like to?
You can only tongue kiss like not that many of them, really. You can't really tongue kiss that many of them.
Of all the people I've wanted to tongue kiss, I've probably only tongue kissed maybe 5 to 10%.
That's crazy. That's a lot for a man, I feel like. Because I'm constantly wanting to tongue kiss motherfuckers.
I mean, I guess if we really did the numbers,
it would be so low.
It probably would be less.
Yeah, it would be so low.
There's people I've seen for a split second that I've wanted to tongue kiss.
But you have to get to know them. You can't just be, you're not a whore, right?
Well, and
here's the thing, women. You can kiss me, but I'm not a fucking whore.
Well, the worst thing in the world is when you see somebody you want to tongue kiss, but they're walking the opposite direction. Because you're like, I'm not going over there.
Well, they're walking the opposite direction, and they could be walking to like a place where they're trying to jump in front of a car. They could die. They could be on the way to suicide, so they could die so nobody could kiss them again.
Well, sometimes they're walking to just...
Women do not kill yourselves because then nobody can kiss you again.
Sometimes they're just walking to tongue kiss another guy.
And that's fine because, like, if she's tongue kissing that guy, then she tongue kisses.
Yeah,
so that makes it more likely.
But not more than... But if she tongue kisses him more than once, what's the point? That guy already got...
I had never considered this before.
That guy already got a tongue kiss. If he gets more than one tongue kiss from you, he's now hoarding tongue kisses from you.
Here's the thing about... Maybe this will make incels understand class solidarity.
Right.
So imagine if there was a guy who owned 50% of the pussy in the world.
Oh my God.
That's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I think a trillion is... That's like 50, right? I don't know how much that is, actually.
I believe a trillion is 1,000 billions.
No, I mean, like, how much of the money in the world is that?
I mean, not that much. Well, like, not to say, we're in debt for, like, $50 trillion. It's fiat money. It's not even in relation to any kind of gold. So it's really just made up numbers. And his net worth is really because his companies are valued very highly.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean that they make that much or will ever make that much. It's that when those stocks are traded, they are falling back upon a valuation made by economists.
So now talk about this in kissing forms.
So
Kissing words.
So pretty much Elon Musk is like a 5. Like, he's not that sexy.
Yeah.
But there are people who are saying that really he's a 10. And so you should...
Bunch of blind people?
You should take him on dates and give him your money, because giving him money on that date can potentially get you a tongue kiss from a 10.
Oh, interesting.
But really, you're not getting any of that money back, and the guys who own the restaurant are taking all the money,
and they're kissing.
And they're kissing, and they're just selling you a 5. But you're thinking that you're getting a 10 when really you're not getting anything.
As a straight guy, this is getting me furious.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, it's bullshit. I mean, he's a pig in makeup.
Yeah.
Essentially, all rich guys are pigs in makeup, where they're actually baddies and they're awesome.
This is a message from Dagnabbit boys to all the billionaires and trillionaires out there. You guys are ugly. We don't want to kiss you.
And you're not worth
what
they're saying it is to kiss you.
Yeah. And we aren't going to try to kiss you. And I mean this all literally.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kiss any of you.
No, I've never...
Just quit asking.
I've never wanted to kiss a billionaire. I've never even thought about it, to be honest.
If a guy's a billionaire, are his kids billionaires?
If they inherit the businesses and then sell the business, like, the only way you could get any of that money is if you sold it for the perceived valuation of the company. But nobody has that money. Like, Elon Musk could never have $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Because it would require him to sell everything he has for the perceived value of those assets. But nobody has that amount of money. And if they did, it would be not really a good investment unless you were just going to sell the company again. It's not like these companies, like, the companies make a lot of money, but they don't make $1 trillion. That's why private equity is so popular, because you raise the value of a company and then you sell the company. But it's not really about profiting from the company's efforts as much as from the perceived value of the company. So it's all just fake. And it's also...
So it's like a ghost kiss. It's like when you kiss the mirror or a pillow. You're not actually kissing anybody.
Essentially,
There's nobody there.
Essentially, billionaires are teases.
Yeah. They get close to your face for
where
kiss.
they're like, I'm gonna kiss you. Let's just go out to dinner. I just want a steak. I just want another steak. Just keep giving me more and more steaks. And then all these guys are like, okay, baby. I mean, it actually literally is OnlyFans if you think about it, because you have a lot of sad guys that are putting money and giving
and
it to
a lot of really cool guys
and a lot of really awesome guys, I guess. Whatever. But you're giving these hot ladies money because you think that one day they're going to kiss you, but really they're just taking all the money. And meanwhile, that lady is using a bunch of filters to make her look hotter than she actually is.
That shit pisses me off.
That's pretty much like the American economy. Is a bunch of ladies using AI face filters to get your subscription fees, and you're just giving all your money to a 5. When really you should be giving that money back to...
This shit's pissing me off so much, I'm going to need to have a beer.
You're going to relapse?
I guess so, because I'm going to need to have a beer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need to have to go to a honky-tonk.
Yeah.
Because this shit's pissing me off.
Yeah. The point is... Stop giving your money to Elon Musk, a.k.a. an OnlyFans baddie who uses AI filters, and instead put that money back into your local Puerto Rican baddie with a fatty. Because you see her on the block every day. She's Jenny on the block. You know she's sexy. She's real.
And metaphorically speaking, this Puerto Rican girl is a library.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's what the metaphor was. Anyway, the episode's over because I have to pee and I need to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
All right. Stay funny.
Stay funny.
I'm the dirtiest man in the street. The trash is scared of me. The bums, they tell me to take a shower.